pulling fans across the world, welcome to Fort Recovery, Ohio, Session 1 of the Fort Recovery NTPA Grand Nationals. Those of you who are back joining us again, thank you for being here. Those of you who are new to the sport and new to the action, welcome to our world. Proud to introduce our Uncle Larry himself. I don't know your official title yet.
I don't
have
a title
but
yet.
More importantly,
I'm working on it. Yeah.
The walking book of encyclopedia knowledge for the sport of pulling, Mr. Dan Mayer. Dan, thanks for joining us.
Hey, thanks, Chase. Glad to be here. And we talk about Fort Recovery, Ohio. Here we are, Friday night, Fort Recovery. 1973 they started this event, and continuing on year after year. This is the 50th. And boy, I'll tell you, they said they've got record sales. This is going to be an outstanding show.
Awesome. It's a little toasty, but we have it. Luckily, the masters here at Fort Recovery are all about the full pull brand, and they put us right in a breezeway for Uncle Larry to stay cool for us, because all pulling fans need Larry in a good frame of mind, and a hot Larry's not a happy Larry.
Well, fat Larry's always, hot. But anyway, yeah. And you guys are downwind, and you're still smiling, so it must not be bad, yeah.
Yeah, so for those of you that really follow us and as we're gaining a lot of attention in the sport, you'll note that Dan's come on to be a part of our team along with Miles Krieger. The who's who in pulling knowledge is getting assembled with this group. But it's important for us to point out, Dan got this opportunity because those of you who know the Session Challenges, every session we have it again here tonight, Dan was our winner at Chapel Hill. He was actually one pick away from $2,500. You got 4 out of 5. So instead of paying Dan, we just said, Dan, look, we'll make you a deal. Come up here, show your knowledge, and then we'll pay you $250 after your appearance.
Yeah, see how that works? I come on board and,
You get a free shirt and get to be on camera, yeah.
But it all worked out. So, glad to be here, glad to be a part of it. And like you say, we're here, Fort Recovery. It doesn't get any better than this,
Dan, when was the last time, you're a premier announcer. You're all over the country amongst all organizations. When was the last time you were at this NTPA Grand National
event? The NTPA event, the last time I was here back in 1998, and that was the August event where Dave Walsh had that unfortunate accident. That was the last time I was at the NTPA August event.
Yeah.
Now, I've done the PPL. We had a couple PPL shows here early in the season, early June. We did those for 2-3 years. I've been here for those, but the last time for the NTPA, that's the last time I was here.
I was having this debate in the pits last night. All late night pit debates are very well
orchestrated. Yes.
Yeah. There's no influence at all. It's strictly knowledge and passion. But am I right that when it was August, it was Bowling Green and then Fort Recovery back-to-back weekends? Is that right?
That's correct.
All right.
Yeah.
Hey, you know you've been in the pits back there to argue with me about this last night. You're wrong. I'm right.
There you go. See?
No, it was Bowling Green, Fort Recovery, and then Essex Junction, I think.
Yes, it was.
Right?
Yes,
Labor Day weekend,
that was a swing. Yep.
The Enderley pull-off was here for several years.
Yeah. So in that '98 event, we all, fortunately but unfortunate, there was a crash, but it could have been. It's been talked about. It could have been way worse than what it was.
Oh, heavens, yes.
Larry, you were here.
I had just come around a corner on a golf cart, and it happened right in front of me, and it was very scary. One individual got hurt and went to the hospital, was treated and released. And one of the scariest parts of my job as head tech guy was we took 2 forklifts and actually picked the pan up off the ground. Nobody was screaming, "Where's Susie? Where's Johnny?" or nothing. But we thought, what if somebody's under that pan when it finally came to rest? Because it actually went over the barricades. The pan did, and when it came down, but luckily there was nobody under it. But it could have been. It was very scary.
For you younger fans and people new to the sport, this may be hard to believe it, but at that time there was no mandate on roll cages.
Nope, not at all.
And after that event, the mandate came.
I was going to say Dave had one on there. Yeah, he built that tractor, to put a roll cage on. It wasn't really a certified.
No, and it wasn't really as heavy duty as the ones that became certified, but it did its job. And he actually, all he did was break his wrist. It was next to the cage and the throttle, and he had to have some therapy on it. But
and by the way, it's great to see him back in the sport.
Oh,
that's
How long was his hiatus?
21 years he was away from the sport, and he was in action last night in Goshen, Indiana. Almost won the pole, actually.
I guess they're like most pullers. They just don't ease back. They come back with like 5 mods. Well, they got 6 or 7 of them.
Yeah.
Well, I've got an interesting story behind that.
I love this.
Talking to Dave and Dan last night, and Dan had talked about, Dave called him up one day and says, "Hey, what do you think about getting back into pulling?" I'm thinking about getting back into pulling. This is after, of course, 21 years. And Dan says, well, let me think about it, because he started his own trucking business. Right. He got away from the farm.
Walsh Cargo, right?
Yes, yep. He's got the Walsh Trucking, and then Dave still runs the grain farm up there, big operation. And so what happened was then, Dan says, well, let me think about it. He said it took him maybe 2 days, and he called him back and says, yeah, let's do this. So by that point, he had 2 mods already bought, and they were back in it.
I said it
So
jokingly, but they campaigned 4, right?
they got 4, yep.
Yeah, wow.
Yep, they got 4, 3 turbines, and then they've got the piston-powered tractor.
You're a historian, and Larry, you're a pretty smart guy, surprisingly. Has there ever been a team ever have 4 modifieds at that level? I think it's a record.
Not that I could think of. I know Larry Roberts at one time had 3 of them,
Yeah, but never 4.
but never 4.
No, I'd say it is
Yeah.
a record.
So if you're here for the pulling action, obviously you came to the right place. But if you're here for the breaking information, Guinness records, the Walshes campaigned more modifieds than anybody in the history of pulling.
And they're making the turbines work again. There for a long time, nobody could make the turbine chassis hook up to the ground.
Yeah.
And everybody thinks, well, Gardner Stone could come back and be dominant. The chassis is outdated,
Yeah.
and so are the engines. But Walsh is making it work.
You've been there first front row seat to see all this development in the sport.
Oh, yeah.
98 doesn't seem like that long ago, but it's time flies.
But by pulling years, it
Yeah.
just goes by so fast.
Yeah, so obviously we're here in the venue. For you pulling fans new to full pull, we are at the on the hillside at the end, towards the end of the track. Can't miss us. Big news today in the pulling world, guys. You heard the big news.
I heard
we
it.
have lots of news going on. We're going to hold some back for later in the show, but pulling fans, the Full Pull app is now in the Apple App Store.
Yep.
Wish it had been a month and a half earlier, but we're in there. Some guys behind keyboard just don't understand tractor pulling, but we got them on board now. I think maybe some of those Apple guys are all in and playing along tonight. But had a great team involved in this. The app is published. You can download it, or you can still play along at fullpull.us. We've been in the Android store or Google store for some time. Tonight we got full action. Dan is going to go after the $2,500 grand prize again. Pick all 6 classes, you win $2,500, or go in the alternate prize, which Dan did. And now Dan, by showing his expertise, is on the stage. Pulling fan, you might be in Rockwell next week if you can win it tonight.
There you go.
There you go. Yeah, you could be right here in this seat.
Yeah,
It's rotating if we.
And then we have the unlimited winner's circle class picks. Pick the top 3 in the winner, $200. Same for the 2-wheel drive. Same for the mini rod. And then we have the 3-way winner pick: the diesel super stock, the open super, diesel 4-wheel drive. You pick the winner of each of those classes, you win $200. So download the app, play along fullpull.us. It's a big day, big news for Full Pull. Larry, talked about the weather a little bit here earlier, but what when Fort Recovery comes to mind for you and your expertise, what comes to what
When Fort Recovery comes to mind, I think good track, good power, consistent. These guys work really hard at getting the track built, and I go a lot by the color of the dirt, which doesn't make sense unless you've been around it as much as I have. But last week or whenever we was at Chapel Hill, it was that orange dirt. They worked at it too. I bragged on them. Well, with the dark colored dirt, I'll brag on these guys. They use a box blade behind them rather than a V blade a lot of guys use, and nobody else seems to be able to make it work. These guys will. They do an excellent job. It's 2 or 3 families involved that actually build and grade the track, and about all of them have been here all their life working on it, so they know what to do.
So I've got a question. When we talk about the dirt, okay, so the dirt here at Fort Recovery, what would this be comparable to around? I mean, is this a different dirt than they use up in Bowling Green, or is it far enough away where?
No, it's pretty close to Bowling Green. Bowling Green's got a lot of humus in it, and they actually haul wood chips in and mix in, but take the wood chips out of Bowling Green, and I'd say it's probably in a lab really close to the same material.
Comparable.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, like we have in all of our shows, we always hold a track report, and luckily Mr. Larry, Uncle Larry himself, took part in that. Pulling fans, check out the official track report with Larry, recorded earlier today.
Hey, we're here at Fort Recovery and looking at track conditions. And this track, I've been coming here and working for better than 25 years. It's always top quality traction and power here at the Fort Recovery Ambassador Park. They're out here working the track right now and rolling it shut and getting ready to go, getting ready to put white lines down and distance markers. And you see them going here behind me. They all say hi to Larry. I don't know why. I guess after 20 some odd years, they all come by and say hi. But no, he's one of the guys that's been working here well over 20 years. But it's a family thing. There's 2 or 3 families that come out here and work this track, work the event. Ambassador Club here in Fort Recovery is a big part of truck and tractor pull and has been for many, many years. But when you talk about power track, we look at the color. The color right here is kind of a darker brown. I mean, we were in Chapel Hill last week with the red color, the red dirt. This is the other end of the spectrum. It's just good clay material and just enough darkness to it to show it's got moisture in it. They're watering, scraping, and rolling right now. And within a few minutes, it'll be ready to go right at 7 o'clock.
All right, well, we're back here at the Full Pull tent up here in Fort Recovery, Ohio. We're just on the finish line end over on the hillside. Now, make sure, fans, that you do come out and come up to the Full Pull tent and download the app, get your picks in, and we've got all kinds of free swag. Yeah,
free T-shirt, yeah.
Free koozies. It's as you'll hear in our next segment. It's not BYOB, but the beer you buy here, everyone needs a koozie for it, Larry. So
I see.
Where else to get it than here?
Now, Chase, we've got some interesting prop bets this week. Now, last week that all started.
It's the debut.
That was the debut.
It was there was a much participation in the prop game, as almost the full session game that you almost won. Or you did win. You did win.
I did win. Yeah, I was
almost got perfect.
See how he's trying to take that
away?
away?
Take it away. Take it away. Don't walk off the job yet. Yeah. So we mixed it up a little bit this weekend. Again, pulling fans, message us on Facebook, reach out to us with ideas. This thing's evolving, but this prop stuff and all this stuff's really fun. So we want to hear feedback. If you want to see something different, we'll see to make it happen. But yeah, we changed it up a little bit this week. A couple of the same questions, but did some head-to-head stuff, some team stuff. So I think it's we got a big star coming on the show here later. I don't know if you heard, Mr. Joe Ader.
Yep.
We'll go to him later and go into his season thus far. You know, future Hall of Fame puller, but also the individual picks. But I think it's a perfect time for Dan and Larry to go take some prop action.
I'm
what
ready.
Better moderator than me?
I'm ready.
Okay.
Bring 'em on.
Fans, again, download the app, Apple Store, Android. Got 10 questions. It's a scoreboard system. Whoever is the winner will win. First, second, third pays out. Okay, so first question, Diesel Superstock head-to-head. So you're just picking who wins out of the two. Bone Twister, Super Rooster. Dan?
I'm going to go tonight with the Super Rooster.
Oh. I'm going to go Bone Twister, even though Kent and Sandy are great friends.
Flip a coin. So we're going to do an official full pull team entry right here. So
okay.
You two can debate it out, but we'll come to common ground. We're all about teamwork here at Full Pull.
Okay, so we can agree. I mean,
yeah,
we don't
we
have to.
could agree.
If there's a split vote, I'll just override.
Okay.
Okay.
So you technically wanted to go with Super Rooster.
Yes.
Okay, so we got two for the Super Rooster.
Yeah. So second question, we got team battles. Galat team versus considered armed and dangerous, extremely armed and dangerous. So how this works, you basically combine the two finishes together like it's a point system that we compete for. So which team are you taking? Two vehicles versus two.
I went first before you go ahead.
I'd say the Galat team would win.
Galat?
Yep.
I'm going to go with Galat as well.
Unified front. Galat it is. Best of luck, Team Chiswick. Diesel Superstock, 4x4 head-to-head. We're making a debut with the Trump vehicle. I know that that's a fan favorite for a lot of reasons.
It runs good.
We won't get into politics in the show, but everyone loves the Trump truck. So we got a head-to-head Trump versus Eric Stacy, the Smoking Ya. That's a tough one.
Yeah, that's a tough one because this is the debut for the Trump truck, so he hasn't pulled yet this year. So
yeah, but come on.
Oh, yeah. So you're taking him.
I'm taking Trump.
All right, I'm going to go Eric Stacy on
the
that
truck.
one.
The truck.
So we got divided house?
We got divided.
Yeah, I win.
2024 is right around the corner. Got to go with Trump. Sorry, guys.
Me too.
This is the one you'll love, Larry, okay?
All right.
We have 26 mini rod entries. We have 24 two-wheel drive entries. Which class will finish in a shorter amount of time? So, pulling fans, the stopwatch starts when the first vehicle starts in both classes. The stopwatch ends when the last vehicle pulls off the track. Which vehicle will finish in a shorter amount of time, Larry?
Mini rods will be done quicker.
Mini rod, even though there's more of them?
Yep.
I'm going to agree with that. I think mini rods will be done quicker.
They're so small, you don't take much
mini
to run.
rods. So the good part for us is, since we're unified front, we're taking mini rods. If the two-wheel drive gets ahead of schedule, I'm competing in it.
I was going to say you could
I'll
slow it
We're
down.
going to blame you because you got one in
down.
each class.
Yeah, how many times could a guy literally pull? Probably if you go out there to 100 feet, let off, throw your hands up. Is it 75 or 100?
Well,
100 foot.
100 foot.
100 foot.
So we definitely could do that.
You get a second attempt. You could drop 6.
And then we have 2.5 minutes, or we're going to exercise our
Well,
rights.
when you're back up, you have 3 minutes again
We'll
to
keep-
actually tighten the chain and make a distance.
So if the show slows down, we know who to blame right here, right?
heavens,
Mini
yes.
rods will win that pick, pulling fans.
We need to clock your runs on both vehicles.
Total number of two-wheel drive class out of bounds. Now, initially when this is posted, the understanding was that grandstand track was going to be two-wheel drive, but they made a change, which is okay. But that the grandstand side track has a reputation of really
The
pulling you
grandstand
left.
track will take you left about 250 feet.
They're
every time, no matter what division.
Mini rods over there today, but the game is two-wheel drive, out of bounds DQs, over and under 1.5.
Two-wheel drive class?
Yeah,
I think there'll be 2.
you're calling 2?
I think 2 will go out. On this track over here, I've seen quite a
still-
few
it
of them
pulls
go on
you.
the right side there.
I'd say less than 2.
I'm the divider.
That'd be like 1.5.
Yeah. So again, if it gets down to it, I'll just run out of bounds. That way we win.
Well, that's
Over
not.
1.5.
Don't go out of bounds.
Okay.
Yeah, keep it.
Unlimited team battle. Obviously, these guys are not teams. They're all fierce competitors. But the way they structure this, I think we got a tie for first, and points tie for second or whatever in unlimited class.
Right.
So it's a foursome Uncle Sam team versus Emax cross-threaded, our host coming in. So
Emax
I think
and
this one,
cross-threaded on the same team?
yes, I think this one's getting a ton of picks one-sided.
Sure.
So what do our expert full pull guys pick here?
Go for it, Dan.
I'm going to have to say we're going to have to go with the Emax and the cross-threaded
too.
team.
Yeah, I think we're at a 90% pick rate on
Even
that.
though Purser's having a great season.
Exactly.
And his new configuration
He's
of
got
tractor's working
two-thirds.
good.
Two-thirds.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that one's, but in pulling, we don't ever know.
No
That's
pressure
right.
on no
Greatest
pressure on
motorsport in the
Joe
world.
Adam, but
There's
yeah.
no
You
guarantees.
just never know, right?
Yeah.
Will there be any mini rod distance past 350 foot? Now, pulling fans, this is interesting because last year, whoever was running that show, we had mini rods going 400
I remember,
feet.
400
Yeah.
feet last year
But
for Mr. Benny.
there is something really critical that's going to be different. All competitors know this than from years past, and the sled that is here tonight is not the sled that has been at this event. Von Bauer's Iron Boy sled is here, and it's the first time it's been here in a long time.
Well,
So
Mark Bingham sold his mini sled, which we've always used here, and it's in Kentucky now, or Arkansas, or
Yeah,
somewhere.
yeah.
But Von Bauer's sled, a different variable, but you're still going to have somebody past 350.
yes,
no problem.
you're taking it,
Yeah.
even though we haven't all season. Actually, Shelton went past 350 the other night. Yeah, and
You'll
Shelton
have
was-
one past 350
Dan?
at least.
Yeah, I'm going to say you're going to have one
Yeah.
past 350.
Yes, so definitely over 350.
And Vaughn likes to see him go like 349
Yeah,
and
I
change.
mean, he's pretty good, 345 or so, but you know how tight that class is. And
No
it's
no
the
matter
best-
how long the track is, he likes to use the last 10 feet.
Dan, I don't know if you know, it's the greatest class of pulling is mini rods.
Is mini rods?
Yeah,
Okay,
I mean, it's
all right.
okay to see them.
I've
Not
heard that,
two-wheelers?
but mostly from you.
The dreadful telehandler high lift question. How many telehandler high lift toes will be in the unlimited class? Over, under 1.5. We all hope for
You're
under.
up first, Larry.
But we're also realist.
I'd say realistically, you might carry 2, but I'll say 2.
So we're over.
Over.
And I'm thinking the under, night number 1.
I hope it's under.
I hope it's under. So out of the goodness of heart, we're going to go with the under. But remember, Toma, we had 3. Last weekend we had 0. So we're throwing darts at a dartboard.
Right.
The greatest motorsport in the world. You just don't know. Under 1.5. Down to the last 2 questions. Which class will record the furthest distance all night? The gentleman we're going to talk to here later could be a prime candidate to take this
Oh,
himself.
yeah, he likes to go 400 feet on a
Yeah.
track. It's 320. I'd say unlimited would probably have the longest distance you have. Either unlimited or
Or
mini.
mini. Yeah, that's what I was going to say, either mini or.
Those two are just so much power per pound. It's
Yeah.
just unbelievable. the
Since
ratio.
we went with
Unlimited?
the minis on the other one, I'll go.
Let's go
unlimited.
Okay,
Yep.
fair. See, a great team here. Okay, last one. Sled operators are elite at what they do, but they're also, when you notice them, that means there's something going wrong. So hopefully we don't notice them tonight. Over and under on sled resets for all classes combined, 1.5.
Over.
I go over on that.
I'm
It's
going
at least
over.
2.
I'm
Yep.
going over. Yeah,
You'll have 4 or 5.
That's probably
total.
my lock of the day.
Yeah.
Shortest distance tiebreaker. The shortest distance of the night. I'll do this myself. I'm going to say 35 feet. But hopefully
Shortest recorded distance
it's a
for the
tiebreaker.
official
We get a tie.
distance?
Yeah. What do you think, Larry? 35?
I'd say 52.
52.
What was the over under?
No, this is
Oh,
the
this
tiebreaker.
is just
Shortest
the tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Okay,
The
so
shortest recorded distance.
I'm going to say we're going to probably have one around 20 feet or so.
So he says 20, he says 50. I'll say 35. Split in the middle.
You have a little
Keep the
faith.
vibes good. Pulling fans, get your prop picks in. Greatest motorsport in the world. The greatest prop picks in the world
Awesome
are in this
game.
sport. Yeah,
Awesome
awesome game. Had a chance to visit with, again, the Ambassador Club. We're here at Ambassador Park. They own this ground. I think this is the 50th year of
This is 50, yep.
of the NTPA event. We had one of the members of the Ambassador Club, a recognizable family name, Ron Bargy, visit with us earlier, so we're going to go to that segment. We're going to come back with big news and also Mr. Joe Ader himself. We are here live in Ambassador Park, Fort Recovery, Ohio. Last week in July, the staple of Grand National Polling, the Fort Recovery event, one of my personal favorite events. If you've not been here, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sitting here with Mr. Ron Bargy. Bargy family name, Hall of Fame family, Hall of Fame recent inductee, your father. You guys are from this area here. I guess because you have a shirt, there's a reason why you have that shirt. So what is that?
Yeah, I'll thank you again for Dad just recently got into the NTPA Hall of Fame this past winter, so kudos for everybody that made that happen. Well deserved. We've been in polling for a long time, and we started helping out here at the Fort Recovery Ambassador Club about 6-7 years ago. Became a member myself, but the Fort Recovery Ambassador Club has been around for about 53 years, 50 years now with NTPA. So this is the 50th anniversary of NTPA Polling. Grand National was here the last weekend of July. So this year they expanded to a third session for the first time. So pretty big deal. Lots of numbers. Going to be an awesome weekend. Really excited about what could happen here this weekend.
Talking to you and some of your other fellow ambassadors, as we'll call them, this is a record-breaking year. I mean, record ticket sales, record campsites. If you've not been here, you know, the fun's in the polling, the fun's in the action we're going to see, but there's also quite a bit of fun activity in the campgrounds behind the track. We hope to bring you some of that coverage later tomorrow. The Countdown to Poll Time show tomorrow. But record ticket sales, record numbers, the energy is really, really strong here in Ambassador Park this weekend.
It is. Energy is huge. I mean, I can't wait to see how many people show up tonight. We've already exceeded our camping by 50% of any other year. So if you're looking to camp at this point, you're probably out of luck. But in the future, definitely check it out. If you're talking about the premier polling site, I mean, I don't want to put us on the pedestal of Bowling Green and Toma, but I'm telling you, we're getting there, and we'll be there soon with what's happening this weekend.
Full pulls here, so you're obviously, we like to label, we go to the biggest pools in the world.
Amen, brother.
And we are here right now, Ambassador Park. For fans not here, watching at home, watching wherever they may be, you say there's no campsites, but if someone gets in the car and drives here tomorrow with their camper,
we'll find them a spot.
Reach out to Ron, find me on Facebook, I'll get you in. Find you a camping spot at a charge, but we'll get you in the building. Ron, Fort Recovery, Ohio area, your family is from near here?
Yeah, 25 miles to the south.
Pretty historical town here.
Oh, definitely. The fort name comes from the back day of when you're talking the 1850s, when you had Anthony Wayne charging in on the settlement here and defending in the fort. From an invasion of settlement there. So, you know, the fort, we sit on the bank of the Wabash River, and then right across the way, if you're here, you go visit the historical site of Fort Recovery. Beautiful. The forts still stand and can be toured. You can actually go in them. The forts that were built back in the early 1800s, incredible time to go do that, especially if we have 3 sessions, stay the night, go check out all the sites.
True all-American historical landmark, Ron, here in Fort Recovery. Ron, the greatest motorsport in the world is what?
Tractor pulling.
Truck and tractor pulling. We're pulling a truck here tonight, not just tractor pulling. Truck and tractor pulling, Ron.
You're right.
What better alignment of the worlds that we know the greatest country in the world, with the greatest motorsport in the world, with the historical areas, Fort Recovery, Ohio. Ron, session 1 tonight, 7. Tomorrow, session 2 begins at 1 o'clock. Yep. Session 3, 7 o'clock. For folks that want to get in the car, get here, tickets are still available for tomorrow?
Oh, yeah. Plenty of tickets tomorrow. You can get an all-day pass for $45. Kids are 12 and under are free, man. You can't beat that.
No, absolutely. Yep. No. This is a family sport. We're all about the family environment. But here at Full Pull, we do know that fans do like to participate in adult beverage intake. How does that process work here at Fort Recovery?
As long as you got your ID, plenty of beer to be purchased here on the grounds. You can't carry in, but we got every brand you can imagine for your taste buds. And again, just going to be a fantastic weekend and lots of cold beverages, lots of great food. Number one, if you've never had the burgers here, all locally grown
ice cream,
beef,
outstanding. The ice cream
yeah.
is it's Hall of Fame in itself.
Yeah.
Hall of Fame family like you would know Hall of Fame ice cream. BYOB in the campgrounds though, right?
Yes, sir.
You just can't bring it in here.
Yes, sir.
Fair. Ron, last thing, here at Full Pull, we're all about taking things to a new level in terms of fan engagement. Part of that is everyone participating and picking a winner. So real quick, diesel burning picks, Ron Bargy.
Good stuff.
I'm gonna go real fast. You guys give me a name, give me a winner. Not a lot of time to ponder. Diesel 4-wheel drives.
Kellogg, Shane Kellogg, Trump.
Making his grand national debut this summer.
He's ready.
First class on the hillside, the open super stock. No bias here, but pick with your heart, Ron.
I'm actually going to go. Oh, let's go with the original judge. You never know what can happen. Yep.
Hey, this guy's loyal to his roots. Mini rod class, second class, grandstand side.
Oh man,
Strong
that's a tough
field of
one.
25 or 26, I believe, at this point.
Oh my gosh, 26 of them. Holy crap.
You know what the greatest class in pulling is, right?
The Unlimiteds.
No,
Yeah.
Mini rods. Get this guy out there. Make your pick real quick. Mini rods.
Let's go. Ag Protect One sponsored low plug of my company, Keith Horse, Red Fox.
Keith Horse, another local favorite here. Another Hall of Fame family. Shout out to Denny Horse. Second class, hillside, 2-wheel drive trucks.
Ooh, another tough class. 23 of them, I believe.
Last I saw, yes.
Let's go Sawmill Express.
Sawmill, points leader.
Yeah. Oh,
Points
I
leader.
didn't know that actually. I just went with my gut on that one.
Have you participated in the prop picks?
I have not yet. No.
Pulling fans.
Yep.
One
But
of
I'm
the
going to. I
One of
just
the
downloaded
hottest
the
prop
app.
picks currently on the prop pick list is which class will finish quicker, 2-wheel drive or mini rod. I'm saying mini rods because we don't jack around with our throttles. Even
You
though I
got it.
participate
I'm on
in
that one
both
too.
Classes
Yep.
are you taking 2-wheel drive?
Yeah.
Mini rod in that.
Mini rods on that.
Okay,
Yep.
last two classes, diesel super stocks grandstand side. Diesel
Lock
burning
and
pick.
Load, Steve Burge.
Another local. How far? 30,
Yep.
40 minutes, right?
He's 40 minutes away.
40
Yep.
minutes.
Yep.
Man, you must hang out with these guys away from the pulling scene. Last class, your quote unquote best class in pulling. Well, that's up for debate. Unlimited class. Final question on the diesel burning picks.
This is a shocker. This is going to go Brad Benedict nonsense.
That's not a shocker. Those
Yeah.
guys.
All right.
Can,
Yeah, I know.
Those
Yep.
guys can
Yep.
win any time.
Yep.
I know. Pulling fan shocker. Another guy right up the road here. Ron, thanks for having you.
Dude, we are
Can't
so
wait
glad
to
to
do
have
this
you
every
guys
year.
here. Thank
yeah,
you.
it's gonna be a lot of fun. Pulling fans, back to you.
We're back on the Countdown to Pull Time show here live in Fort Recovery, Ohio. And just a reminder, fans, make sure you download the Full Pull app and get your picks in here tonight. And Chase, we've got a huge announcement. We teased it a little earlier. We've got a huge
record-breaking announcement.
Yes.
First off, the first big announcement is that we're joined by Mr. Joe Ader himself. Get into him and his accolades and how his season's going to this point. But pulling fans around the world, and I say around the world because this is world news.
Oh, yeah.
Full Pull is proud to announce the Full Pull Town experience that is going to be offered starting today. Today, the 2 sessions tomorrow, all 5 sessions at Rockwell, Iowa, where you, a pulling fan, participate in any of the Full Pull contests, pick your winners for free, 21 and over. But every entry you make, you go into a drawing for a free trip to the National Tractor Pulling Championships at Bowling Green, Ohio.
Now, you've seen how you did that.
Yeah.
Full Pull Town.
Full Pull Town.
Sweepstakes.
I didn't do it. There's marketing. I can't spell Pull Town. But no, you get your tickets, 2 tickets. You get hotel accommodations. But drum roll. Joe, can we do a drum roll? Let's do it. Drum roll. You get to make an exhibition drop pass in a 2-wheel drive in front of a crowd at Bowling Green, Ohio. So this goes from anybody anywhere in the world. If you're here in the stands at Fort Recovery, sign up, play along, get yourself a chance to win. On August 7th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, the drawing will go live on YouTube and Facebook. For that one lucky fan, come to Bowling Green, Ohio, participate in Bowling Green, Ohio, but get to drive a vehicle.
And make a pass down the track.
And
we're not going to
that'll
let Joe cannot participate, though, because Joe is too good of a driver, and he's going to make everyone look bad anyway
Well,
if he gets to drive the truck.
If I have my own fire suit, is that a plus?
Yes. You're
Okay.
21, right?
Yeah, as far as you know.
Yeah, okay.
Many
Good,
times,
good,
at
good,
least
good.
3 times.
Over.
So more news to come in the coming days, but it starts today. Spread the word. Huge news for the sport of pulling.
If they play
Excited to
any
be a part
games
of it.
at all, they're
Any games.
automatically
So there's
entered,
6 games to
right?
play tonight. You get your name in the hat 6 times.
Now, that August 7th, that's a Monday night, correct?
August 7th, Monday night. Yeah, I think that's the correct date.
Okay.
August 7th, 7 p.m. live. Ton of information come out about it, but do not sit on your hands. Get your name in that drawing. So we'll talk more. We got Joe here. Joe, thanks for joining the Full Pull crew here.
appreciate it. This is a really cool deal, and it's pretty awesome that we can get all the fans and everybody involved and have a shot at running this pulling truck at Bowling Green in front of all them fans.
Now, Joe, let's talk about the season here. Okay, we started, defending champion, came into Tomah, Wisconsin. Didn't get the run you were looking for up there, and of course, rain's been the big deal.
Yeah.
We've had to deal with rain the 2 events now, and last week down at the Super Bowl of the South, got everything together there and picked up the first win of the season, and that moves you up to number 3, I believe.
Yeah, it's it gave us some momentum, but God, the class has stepped up. Everybody's running good. It's when you take 13, 14 tractors at a show, and the amount of horsepower we're putting out. And the tracks can't hold up no more, so you always think it's a numbers game. Early number might do better than a late number, but I've seen Fort Recovery here. I've laid it down from both ends of the track, on either side. So, but I'll tell you what, we're just happy to be in the top 5. It's that's our goal for the whole year, and then we'll fight it out at the end. But like this deal here that come along, this is great, and anytime I can get involved and try to help promote it and push it and get the fans. Thank God for the fans, because that's what pays our bills and keeps us coming back. So we're just happy to be here.
Absolutely. We're opening it up to our panel, guys. Any questions here for
Joe? You're an
tonight?
extremely humble guy. You're probably you're in my opinion the best driver in pulling. But thank you for your nice words for full pull. We say this the few times we've got together this summer, and you're a pulling fan yourself, and you've not always been the unlimited class, but you've always known what's going on. I don't ever remember the unlimited class being this deep ever.
Right.
Have you, with true unlimited vehicles?
Yeah.
We have 11 here. We're missing Chuck, but there's really 12 true unlimited tractors running this class. I don't think that's ever been done, has it?
No. Years ago, with Tim Engler and the Banner brothers and Walsh brothers, just that whole list of guys, and I miss all that good pulling, and now it's back, and to be able to be a contender, to be in the top 5 with these guys is amazing, so that they definitely, the fans they're going to see a great show and the rest of the summer.
And he talks about true unlimited. These are purpose-built tractors. They're not a mod that adds an engine or so. Ricky does it, but a little bit. But other than that, these tractors really only built for the unlimited mod.
Yeah, it's
awesome.
It's pretty awesome. It's 14,000 horse, and who can get it down the track, it's who can get it down the track the furthest.
So, Joe, you're a big motorsports fan. Like, I see Joe oftentimes at NHRA events as a fan, but a big message, and it's very clear to not everyone, but probably us, that this motorsport is the greatest motorsport in the world. Mm-hmm. I say that till the day I die, because you cannot practice.
Nope.
You can't go simulate.
Yep.
And when you get that class with that amount of skilled drivers, that brilliant equipment, like, to me, it rivals a top fuel class. I know it's not top fuel, but like, line them up. Hey, if you have to say survive with one or the other, I'm surviving with Unlimiteds. But as a motorsports fan, I'd love to hear your thoughts, just how great the sport of pulling is, and why you think it's the greatest motorsport in the world, right?
Yeah,
okay,
I do.
I just want to make sure before we dive into
I'm
no
I'm
pressure.
involved.
We're putting
Sorry,
words in his mouth.
Hey, Joe, just in case you said no, we were just going to figure out an alternative segment to go to.
Cut the
But thanks.
commercial, yeah. We don't have commercials, but cut the commercial, yeah.
That's right. I'm involved with Josh Hart Racing, which is the R&L Carriers team. We're going to partner on a restaurant in Eustis, Florida. We're pretty excited about that, another Coney Island hot dog. And but it's really cool to be able to go to an NHRA race and see these guys and how hard they work to tear down and go out and work their tails off to get beat like we do in inches. They get beat in time by thousands of seconds, milliseconds. And so, it's all relevant, but I'll tell you what, our pulling world is really awesome. We got really awesome fans, and our competitors are great. Our sport is all about helping each other get down the track and make a very good competitive
You
show.
help them get to the track. You don't help them down the track.
Once the chain drops, it's over, right?
You don't help them
right.
down the track. You just help
Yeah.
them get to the track.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's right. Get them up to the track.
Joe's a nice guy, but he's pretty competitive
Yeah,
too.
that's
Don't let
right.
him fool
We're
you.
competitive, so.
Yeah.
But it's definitely a good sport to this. I can't believe the fans here already, and showtime an hour away, and they're still coming in, and the roads are packed out there. So it's gonna be a good show.
Some of these fans could be driving a two-wheel drive in a couple weeks in Bowling Green.
That's right.
That's right.
3 weeks.
Yeah.
3 weeks from now, they could be driving. So,
Yep.
Joe, thanks for hopping on with us. kind of a fun segment we always do to kind of wrap things up because we're getting going here. Showtime's less than, I think, 25 minutes out. Is, fans engage, they make their picks, they win their money, but like you guys are experts and leaders in the industry, so we call it the diesel burning picks. So Joe, in pulling, not in your class necessarily, we don't burn nitro, we don't burn racing fuel,
That's
we burn
right.
diesel. So diesel burning picks.
Yeah.
We'll go through each class, kind of
Yeah.
outline who you think maybe is going to win along with these guys, and we'll
Yeah.
wrap the show up from there. So first
Yeah.
class, grandstand side, diesel full drive. Larry, you can lead with it. We'll just go in order.
Well, now last week Miles picked top 3. He thought might be, but I'll just pick
In
one.
this class in particular tonight, you picked. It's 2 categories: the grand prize game, and then you picked the winner in this class,
Okay.
the Open Super, the Diesel Super. You win $200.
I'm going to have to go with Trump in this first
Trump.
class, even though it's his first time out. He don't make many mistakes, and he's always got his
You're a
tune.
big Trump leader today.
Well,
I like it. Dan?
I'm going to kind of go outside the box here. I'm going to go with Keith Witt, the American Pride truck.
good truck.
He picked up the win last night up in Goshen, so I think he's just going to continue that momentum. I'm going to go with Keith Witt tonight.
Joe, who you got?
I like the Trump truck.
Trump.
That guy. I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
that's a good running truck.
Heard
I
a
think
thing or
we
two
got
about him. So.
Yeah.
First class, Hillside, Open Super Stocks. Just give us one name, Larry.
I'm going to go with John Strickland.
You're a
One of the
Galat guy
Galat trucks.
today.
I'm a
Okay.
Galat guy today. They're due, and they're running good.
I'm going to agree with Larry. I'm going to go with John Strickland. He's been kind of snake bit early on here. So
Yeah.
Even
I
though
think
Holt's
he's-
doing good, it's John.
Yep, I think John's due for a whopper of a pass.
Okay.
Yep. I'll go with North Carolina myself. That's
Wow.
3 of us in a row here.
Pulling fans, we can call that a lock. The whole panel
yeah,
picks it.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
a lock.
we're-
You can
Well,
lock
got
that
no
one
pressure
right in.
down there,
fans.
Mr. Strickland, but everyone says you're going to win.
If he doesn't win, we'll come down and smack him around.
Yeah, that's right.
Second class, grandstand side, mini rods. 26 of us. What we got?
Well, I'd pick you, but you're sitting next to me, so I won't. I'm
that would
sorry.
be a
Yeah, we don't want
Yeah.
an ego.
I have to go with the guy that's pretty dominant on this track, and that's Ken Veeney.
I would say it's a very, very.
I mean, he's always on his dragster tune-up. I mean, he maintains it like a dragster. He's not like a tractor pull guy that checks the bearings every 2 or 3 times. I mean, it's every time. I have to go Ken Veeney.
Yep, Dan.
Now, Joe, I just seen him come over and get that special screwdriver, so I'm going to go with Ken Vinny too. I think
Oh, wow,
he's,
there's some of that
oh, yeah.
going on.
Oh yeah, there's
Oh, competitor inside info.
That's
Mini
where
rod
we're going to
guys.
leave it right there. But
Yeah.
yep.
Helping to the tune-up.
Yeah.
He's a father to me, and we discussed our tune-up earlier in the day, and last night at dinner, I'm going to go with Ken Benny also.
Wow.
It's just
You got to quit asking me
pretty
first.
bold.
They
It's
all
pretty
follow.
bold.
Yeah.
yeah.
I'd say that's probably a pretty good guy to pick. He knows a thing or two.
Yeah.
2-wheel drive, second class, Hillside. Who we got?
Let somebody else go first.
Okay, I'll go first. I'm going to go with Jesse Petro.
Which one?
And I'm
Which
going to
one?
pick the Kathy's Complaint truck.
I think he's third hook, third or fourth.
A lot of success here. He's tough.
The 2-wheel drives hadn't been a hiatus, but the Petros have dominated here.
Oh,
yeah, I
yeah.
think 15 was the last year that they ran here. So
And that,
Encyclopedia guy pulling fans.
that
That's why
truck,
we
that truck loves it.
Yeah, yeah. Larry,
Jesse Petro.
Kathy's
Kathy
Complaint?
Complaint. Yes, sir.
I like it.
All right. I'm going to go with the truck you guys got there. You guys just got it together, and you got a good running truck there.
He
and-
wants to ride a run. He wants to make a run.
See,
at
oh,
Bowman.
there you
yeah,
go.
I'm going to go with that.
Joe's a political guy there.
Yeah, no, I
Joe,
feel like them
I
guys.
appreciate you.
Yeah,
he's got
We're,
some inside info here.
yeah.
I promise
We've
you
been
we're going to
working on
try.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
Joe, that means a lot. I might pick you in my pick, too.
Oh, okay. Yeah, right. Yeah.
Third class, grandstand side, diesel super stocks. I think we have 8 here, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm going to go Colin Ross.
Kent,
I'm going Colin Ross.
how could you? It's like going for Joe Ader.
Yeah, there you go. I like the old Super Rooster. It's
Okay.
He about got him last week, right?
yeah,
was close.
he was an
He
inshore.
tight.
His
So-
wife won one of the games at
Yeah,
Goshen
no,
last night.
she was up here
Right.
collecting her money earlier.
Yeah.
So, final class, Hall of Fame guy, unbelievable. It's better than Top Fuel. It's better than what you name it. It's the best. Unlimited.
More horsepower
I know
in
the
one
guy.
hand.
He's
yeah.
won 3 out of the last 4 here, right? I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure. Yeah.
Oh,
So
it's-
Larry, Dan,
I say this is Fort Recovery. You got to go with Joe.
yeah.
No pressure, Joe, but you got it, man.
You and
Well, I
John
appreciate
Strickland
it,
down there.
but-
You're
380
locked.
foot pass,
Yeah.
man. Shut it off.
Jesse
at
Petro.
380.
It's a first run, or first run down the track in the Unlimited, and that track can go either way. I've won it here. I've seen Banners do it, and I saw Angler do it, where they won from the front, run from the back. We're hoping for a good night here. Top 4 or 5 out of here, I'd like to get, but I'll tell you what. Again, you guys are the only ones to get around me there last year, and And
There's no you guys. I'm up here at this stage.
Yeah, the Richardson crew. I was only 3.5 foot short of them last weekend, so I'll tell you what, or ahead of them. So. I'm going to put multiple picks out there. Just everybody in their class is so good.
So you get the winner's circle picks. So throw 3 names out there.
Yeah. So I'm going to go with Richardson. Definitely. Adam Bauer, I think, has got a hell of a shot at this,
yeah,
and we
lost
can't
him
forget Wayne Purser for sure.
Yeah.
But
the class is deep. The class is deep, man.
It's Mark Cole with the screw blowers. So I mean, it's such a great class. The Griswolds. I mean, these guys are searching. Everybody's searching. So.
It's going to be a heck of a show.
It's not easy to win that.
It's going to be a heck of a
show.
No.
So.
Yeah.
But.
Joe, thank you for joining us.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thank you.
This
is a great thing.
Big brand in the sport, and your endorsing and support of Full Pull does not go unseen.
Appreciate it.
And thank you for all you do for the fans. You're a class act and pretty good puller too.
Not bad. Not bad.
And on top of that, Joe, you got, I'm sure, some folks you'd like to thank too to
definitely.
bring some attention.
It's we got some Peak Oil here with us, and Matt Kane with Puller Air, and it just without these sponsors we couldn't do it, and again we got to support this Full Pull deal here and make you guys make this deal really cool and good for the fans. It's all about the fans and the kids.
Larry, we won't have you here tomorrow.
Nope, I'm going to be at the Indiana State Fair moving in, but I'll be at Rockwell. I'll be there before you get there probably.
Yep. Dan, we'll see you here again tomorrow.
Yeah,
tomorrow,
we'll have another countdown to pull time show.
5:45 tomorrow evening.
5:45.
There is a session 2 tomorrow, so there will be games. Sign up, participate, play along, and then we'll be back here again tomorrow night.
And then hurry up and get your picks in for tonight because show's time is coming quick here.
And every name goes into the drawing.
That sweeps.
The drawing's going to be talked about a lot the next few days.
Yep,
so
you want to drive that 2-wheeler, you better get your picks in.
Yeah,
that's a great.
Hammer when you do. That's all I got to say.
I drove 2-wheelers 3 times, over the years, and that's a pretty good class too. So it'd be great for a fan.
It is.
It'd be really good.
Gentlemen, thank you guys. Yep. Pulling fans, if you're not here, tune in NTPA TV tonight. See the best motorsport in the world. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.